Yo, we got to talk about my top 10 favorite games. Leave in the comment section below if you guys played these. They're not favorite games, they're favorite games that I play that no one has played. Let me know if you played them. A. Let me know if you love them as much as I do, okay? All right, let's start off with an honorable mention. Let's go. Honorable mention Chex Quest. Used to open up that bag of cereal just like Roller Coaster Tycoon back in the day, and I believe some other games have done it. Chex Quest, it was a it was a Doom knockoff of some sorts, but you played as this big old Chex dude in his armor and stuff like that. Go around, get weapons, and destroy little ooze snot looking guys. It was amazing. Okay, let's keep this going. And side note, let's flip the camera. This is for the guys that I've been talking to online as well. Here you guys go. I have the NES. I still have the box and everything like that. That's the 20-year Pikachu, the Switch, PS5. Back there is the Super Nintendo Mini, and then down here is the Super Famicom Mini. So we've got like a good thing going. We got the Sega Genesis Mini, some Ant-Man and the Wasp, some Hollywood trophies and stuff like that, and a bunch of Japanese DVDs going. You guys have been ready for me to explain this, so let's start it off, alright? First game, Snake, Rattle, and Roll. This game's not easy at all, but it was fun. It was a two-player game on the Nintendo back in the day. You're these snakes that are in balls. It's hard to explain. If you ever played Vector Man, you know what I'm talking about. That's another game that's an honorable mention. A lot of people played Vector Man. Snake, Rattle, and Roll, you can find it nowadays on the Rare Classic games. Or you can just, get it as a ROM or something and just popping it into a Famicom emulator or something like that. Made by Rare, by the way. So, great soundtrack. Good controls, but it's isometric view, so it throws a lot of people off, and it's just hard. It's just a hard game. But two-player, you could screw people over, or you could help people, and you guys figure out puzzles. Great game. Next game. The Captain Crunch PC game. Another game you get in your cereal, man. Used to get this in the Captain Crunch boxes, and you'd start off with these little Furby things, and they would grow up. And once they grow up, they start going into competitions and stuff like that. There's speed runs of this game out there right now. And you can get the game now, by the way. You don't have to download no Windows 95 CD-ROM things or anything like that. You can get the game now. You can download it. Just search it. It's like a Captain Crunch Crunchberry. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, another great game. A lot of people... There's still a community for it, by the way. I found that out. Another one is... Plasma Sword. Plasma Sword was released on the Dreamcast, and my homeboys know exactly what game I'm talking about. I used to be sick at that game. It's one of those fighting games that's kind of like Soul Calibur or Tekken, and no one talked about it. It's just something that I got. I actually, back in the day, I got it from a thrift shop for about $7.50, and that carried my Dreamcast, because the Dreamcast library wasn't that good. I don't know if you guys know about the failings of the Dreamcast. Underrated system, by the way. And it felt great to actually play the game, get good at the game, and then actually understand that every inputs that you put into it are well thought out of, and they actually can make a difference. A lot of fighting games, I feel like, you crank that bad boy up to expert mode or something like that, and then guess what happens? The computers can read what you put in. So it's like playing rock, paper, scissors, and they know what answer that you already put in after you put it in. So Plasma Sword wasn't like that. It was just a fun time, man. All right, next game is... Now we're moving on to the DS, all right? Let me know if you guys played these ones, all right? Sims, Herbs in the City. Oh, God. Flashbacks. The memories. Okay, so Sims Herbs... Right? This game, you can do whatever you want. I remember buying the house that I swear was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air house. Okay? You start off with nothing. You go through all these, like, random side quests and stuff like that. You make people happy. You can make people love you. You can make people hate you. It's a game that you should play. Download the emulator right now and ROM. I believe it was released on every platform at the time, so Game Boy Advance, DS, whatever. But the DS one has a special place in my heart for it. It's just something you have to play. All right, you guys know all the Sims games and stuff like that, but Herbs was a different story. I remember buying my motorcycle and just traveling around the higher end of the city, becoming mayor, dealing with Ghost. Like, the game's wild. Like, you guys should play it. You should play it. All right. Next one. The Spider-Man DS game. Okay. It was the game that, Ultimate Spider-Man. This game was really good, but very short. I'm going to let you know that. And some of the missions there's crunch time to it. So there's bombs throughout a building. You have to deactivate the bombs. Okay? But at the same time, there's hostages being shot at. So on and so forth. And then you switch to Venom, and it's glorious. Brock is just huge, and you gotta play the game. The game is short, but just give it a chance. And then hearing the music and stuff like that. They have the slideshows that are like the old school comic things, as it should be for any Spider-Man game, any Marvel game. Shoot, even the DC games. They should have it that old school style. But yeah, that's another one. Alright, what we got next? We got Viva La Pinata. A lot of people have played this game, and there's another Viva La Pinata game. But I remember getting the Xbox 360. I got 2 controllers, and one of them I turned on once. The controller never worked again. Brand new 360. I called tech support, and they said, hey, send it in. You'll get it 6 to 8 weeks later. Luckily, I had that second controller, and I was like, yeah, I'm not about to do that. In hindsight, I should have. But at the same time, like, who's going to stare at their console for 2 months because of your problem? But besides the point. I had a demo reel that I had. I had Blue Dragon, and then this Viva La Pinata game. And I was like, man, this thing got the 360. I'm supposed to be like running and gunning, you know what I'm saying? But it looked like a kid's game or something like that. Then I turned it on and I was like, I'll give it a try. You know, it's one of the games I didn't play on the demo yet. Played Street Fighter 2 Puzzle HD version and all that other stuff. I started playing it. Next thing you know, it's 2 in the morning and I'm still playing it. Next thing you know, it's 4 in the morning and I'm still playing it. This game is like, how do I even begin to explain this? It's like Animal Crossing meets Harvest Moon meets Pokemon. I don't even know how to explain it. You tear down a garden and you start building the garden, and based on how you built your gardens, certain piñatas or animals in their land start showing up at the garden. Now, you can have animals eat each other and stuff like that, which would attract other animals, piñatas. Or you could start gardening, and then those flowers, or you just have to play it. Just play it. I love building ponds in games. You guys know, you're probably hearing the fish tanks in the back. I got so many of them. But I'm just saying, like, what a great game, and what a great concept for a game console that at the time was all about Halo and Gears of War, and you get what I'm saying, Call of Duty. I couldn't stop. I still play it to this day. I bought the Rare Collection, by the way, for the Xbox One, and I'm still playing it. A demo that I ended up being like, when I get this game, this is my time. You know what I'm saying? All right, next one. Let's bring it back to, let me turn the camera. That guy back there, the NES, Hogan's Alley. Everyone talks about the Mario and Duck Hunt collection. No one talks about Hogan's Alley. Hogan's Alley used to scare me when I was younger. I ain't gonna lie. Seeing these criminals and stuff like that, you gotta shoot up. But at the same time, with that little laser gun thing, I remember getting a lot of points by doing the little flip cartoon mean looking characters and then saving the hostages by not, shooting at them because it'll reduce your points or kill you. That game actually meant a lot to me, and I got better and I got better and I got better. And I got so good at the game. The problem is, I'm going to let you guys know the NES pointer, the shooter, does not work for modern TVs, so heads up on that. But if you can get a chance to play it on them old school tube TVs or whatever, you know, them big things with the little antenna, that's what I'm saying. Get one of them, give it a try. The game was fun. It was just fun. It's just a lot of shooting and enjoying yourselves with that classic NES sprite work. I missed the game, honestly. I wish there was a way to like bring it back. Now they did bring back Duck Hunt for Smash Brothers and stuff like that, but I haven't seen any place that brought that game into modern like generations. And even if they did, I don't know if I'd enjoy it with the art style being, you know, super high def and stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, next game. Woo! Let's move on to the GameCube. Let me know if you guys played this game. This game, underrated AF. All right? Time Splitters 2. Who's played that game? It's like Conker's Bad Fur Day, but more realistic, but perfect dark, but the joking of like the GoldenEye games, where it's serious in some places and just like people are funny in other places, and like Metal Gear, where they're same thing. Metal Gear characters would pee on themselves, being so scared. Time Splitters is just so many hours. I wish I could find a good copy of it. Nowadays, I'm finding copies that said like game disc cannot be read. Get the game! Get the game! Time Splitters 2 is so good. Like, there's so many codes. And it's the old school. And I wish they'd do more with these old school, like, codes. Playing with T-Rexes. And you're randomly with a T-Rex with little hands killing things. Like, just get the game. Moving on. Super Smash TV for the Super Nintendo. Violent, fun, and violent, but in a great way. The game is an arena shooter, and you get in there and your job is to just simply collect money. TVs, merchandise, women, I don't know. You just go into boxes and boxes of just these closed off arenas and you just collect money and kill lots of enemies. And then you get to the boss rooms. I still remember all the classic lines from that game. Big money, big prizes. I love it. You know, the game was just incredible. I really hope you guys are commenting down below. Like, you guys played any of these games. Let me know. My nostalgia is off the roof. All right. And it's sad that I got to bring this up, but this is the last one on the top 10. There's more games. Trust me, there's more games. All right? But the last one, hopefully some of you guys played this. Pokemon Conquest. The story of Nobunaga and the shiny Rayquaza. This game, if I'm not mistaken, is by Toei and the Pokemon Company. But this game was I'd say incredible for all these other games, but this one is just different. You start off like, okay, I'm confused. You play the first tutorial and they get you up to par, right? And then they're like, go do whatever you want. Collect whatever Pokemon you want. This is how you level them up. We already taught you that. These are the moves they can have. They're limited so that it could be simplified for beginner players. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's a different game and Pokemon put in together. Kind of like Pokken Fighters is Tekken and Pokemon. But they made it so that everyone can grasp it. We had my best buddy, right? We were stuck in a typhoon in Japan. And I gave him the game to play while we were just stuck in the freaking house. He said, man, I'm not feeling this game. I come downstairs 6 hours later, and he's like, I can't put this game down. I'm telling you, the game is so underrated and no one talks about it. It kind of irritates me because I know that everyone complains about the latest and greatest games that are being brought out every year. Pokemon this, Pokemon this. But that game had not got the recognition it deserved. It wasn't spotlighted like all the other main series games, and it didn't sell well like all the other main series games. And I'm Jackie Chan meme. You know what I'm saying? Why? But that's my top 10. Let me know once again which games you thought, I'll give it a chance. Maybe you don't want to give any of them a chance, but let me know if you guys played any one of these. I want to know. Let me know where you were, like your feelings when you played them and stuff like that. Let me know if I'm just over the top because of nostalgia or something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I love you guys. Had to give y'all something. Happy weekend. Love you guys. Have a good one.